Hello everybody and welcome to Wesley's Plant World with me, Wesley Peterson, and today I am going to be making a video all about pruning back this plant next to me here that I am going to be propagating in passive hydroponics. Now passive hydroponics, that is when you use a nutrient mix in the water and submerge the whole vine of this plant, for example, in the mix and let it grow out roots without any support of an inorganic substrate. So this is going to be in passive hydroponics. There is nothing pushing around oxygen or nutrients around the roots. It will be standing still in glass containers. So I've been growing out this plant for a few years now. The vine is growing up and down and around this cocoa coir stake, and I want to collect the mature part of the plant and grow that eventually in semi-hydroponics with a Leca ball stake. So I'm going to be splitting those from the immature parts of the plant, and I will propagate them separately and then see what I get out of this. So let's begin. First of all, I need to find out where I can prune back this plant. I have lots of ties holding it together, you see, in different places. So I think I'll start from down the bottom, releasing all these bits of twine that I have going around the plant. This plant has been like this for so many years and has coped very well in the situation it's in. It's in a pot with a gardening mix that I added sand and biochar, perlite and bark flakes into, but it's in a catch pot without any drainage holes or anything like that, and in a huge pot for the size of the root ball, and yet the plant has managed to survive in this situation because I've never overwatered it. So it's done really, really well. So it could take me quite some time to release all of these ties that are around this plant, and I hope it's not suddenly going to fall down and snap. Well, it doesn't matter if it does really, because I'm going to be chopping it up anyway. So let's just get on with a few more of these. It's just that I really can't see how we're going. What I think, see, there's one that fell down here, but this is an immature piece. So what I'm actually going to do is actually chop that off where it's fallen down anyway. And then we can have a look at this immature piece closer up, because look at that, gorgeous. So look at this, this is an immature piece of the plant. You can see none of the leaves have lobes, and there's smaller leaves, but that will make a beautiful plant on its own and would easily get mature leaves as it grows upwards. They need to grow upwards to get mature leaves. If they're hanging down or to the side, the leaves will stay immature like this. But look at that bundle of leaves, absolutely beautiful. So that will go in my immature bundle. I need to put them on the floor for now as I take them apart, because I need to go and wash them all off thoroughly. They're a bit dusty and so forth before I put them into their nutrient mix. So another immature piece here, but this one's lovely. Look at this, a whole new leaf coming out there. Isn't that lovely? So now here I have the one mature vining piece, and it looks absolutely fabulous, and it has a much thicker stem and a lot more aerial root nodules that would attach to a tree on it. I need to bring this in closer so you can see everything. Absolutely fabulous. I think I'm going to have to propagate this in separate pieces to get me more stems to put in my pot together later on. But have a look at these beautiful mature leaves. They're so different from the immature ones, aren't they? Look at that. They're just amazing. This is a whole jungle in front of me. And if we look at the stems closer, I hope you can see now. So there, you can see there are nodes, you can see the area roots coming out that would attach to a tree or a wall or something like that. Fantastic. So I am going to propagate this in different places on this mature stem now. But for now, I'm going to leave it on the side until I've tidied up and I've got myself ready to put these into their containers. And there's a lot more pieces here that I can do stuff with. All of these vines I can use to make immature plants out of. So I most definitely want to do that. So as you can see, that's my whole cocoa coir stake here, deconstructed, everything's gone. So I just need to rearrange here, and then I can show you the 3 different types of cuttings that I have for this one plant. So now for the exciting part of all this, I am all tidied up, and you can see from my one mother plant now that I have all my 3 different types of propagations. The first pile you see here are just a load of vines. The middle one here is my mature vine, and on my right I have a lot of immature vines. So all these different things, they look like they're 3 different plants, but they're the same thing. So what I'll do now is I will put them into these vases in front of me here that I've already mixed my nutrient mix, and I've used half the amount of the recommended dose because these just need a little bit while they're growing out their roots. So my nutrient mix, and then my plants will be growing in passive hydroponics for 2 to 3 weeks as they grow out their water roots. So I'll start with these long vines here and pluck off anything that I don't want to be on there. This one has a long aerial root growing out, so we'll put these in here, and I don't want any of the leaves in the nutrient mix. So anything that's going to be down in the mix will be without leaves. So I will place these in, and then I will just cut back where they're above the water. So this one here, and then place the next one in. And I don't know if these are going to produce leaves for me or not, but this is an experiment, and why not? I can see shoots and roots around the node area on these, so they have a chance. Smaller parts like this I'll save, and I'll put them in an extra small container later on. So put that on the side and carry on with the rest of these vines here. So that's my almost plain vines with just a few leaves on the top in their vase ready to go. So that looks great like that. Now I want to get onto my mature part and see how many plants I'll be able to get out of this. And I feel like I'd like to get at least 3 stems out of this. So if I do one there, and one here. See, this part has these big leaves and they're growing out there, so I could take this one at the bottom here. So I'll take that one down here just above a leaf. So there we go, I have one piece. Beautiful. Put it in the vase. 2 more. So where on this piece do I want to take the next one? What I really want to do is get all the organic material off from around these leaves first. Get myself a pot here, put the debris in. So this one, I feel like I can take the next cutting around, well, I can see this is growing out a shoot there at the bottom, but this one I'll do here. So there we go, 2 more mature pieces. Look at those. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm loving this. So in this vase with these as well, and I can see I need to put more nutrient mix in this vase to be able to keep these together in there. No, I'm going to need another vase. One moment, please. So I've got myself another vase here, so I'll just take these mature pieces out again for a moment. Transfer my nutrient mix to this new vase. Lovely and aerated. There we go. And now I can transfer these parts of the mature part of the plant into this so that they can support each other in there. There we go. So 3 stems that will be growing out together in here. That's fantastic. So there's my mature stems, there's my vines, there's a little container with some in it, and now all I have left are these immature vines that I want to put in this container here. So let's have a little look what we've got going on. If any of them are too small, I'm going to have to put them in my smaller container. So this one's very short, so we'll put this one in here as well, like that. And then I will chop a few leaves off that are too close to the bottom so that they can be down in the water a little bit. I need my container again to throw all the debris in. So that's the first one. I have another one here, taking off as much organic material as possible. This is also short, this one, so I also need to put this in my smaller container that I have over here, in there. So ones that are a little bit longer, please. What's going on here? This one is much longer. That can go all the way down there, but I think I can take a little bit extra off to get it further down. So we'll take it off there, just underneath the node, tidy it up. No loose debris, and in we go with that. Next one. So there we go, I'm all done. You can see my plant is completely deconstructed. Everything is in passive hydroponics. And well, that plant has just given me so many cuttings. It's unbelievable. And the ones that I want to keep growing up, as I said, are these mature forms. So I hope that when they start producing more leaves after this, they'll carry on producing mature form leaves. And then the immature leaves, some of those I actually want to put together in a pot and have in a hanging basket, because I think that looks very nice. And I like the leaves in the immature form as well. So I'll have the same plant looking two very different styles. And then I'll have all these cuttings and my experiments with the vines with hardly anything on them to see how they do as well. So remember to come back and see my next video where I show you all of these roots once they've grown out. So that will be in 2 or 3 weeks time. And then at the same time, me transferring these into semi-hydroponics, and then they will be ready to carry on their life. And also remember to go and see my video where I make my Leca ball stake for my mature form plant here. This is all so exciting. So I hope this has inspired you to get in and do a little something with your own Epipremnum pinnatum, because it is an amazing plant. So all I have to say now is thank you very much once again for watching this video with me. Please remember to like, subscribe and hit the bell so you know when my next video will be coming up, and I will see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.